Welcome back to the channel and welcome to all our new subscribers. Currently we are on a 4-month trip around Europe and have seen some amazing places already. Norway has been simply stunning, and as we continue to drive further north we never know what to expect. In Norway so far the roads have been good. We were just driving along this road looking at the scenery and suddenly out of the blue the road just disappeared. We found ourselves driving along a gravel dirt highway. This went on for a couple of miles, but it wasn't long before eventually it joined the main carriageway again. It wasn't long before we reached the Porten til Nord-Norge. This is the gateway to northern Norway and indicates the border between the countries of North Trøndelag and Nordland. The arch signifying the northern lights stretches across the E6 highway and is a popular place for tourists to stop, including us, of course. Stick it up. Right by the sign. No going back basically now, isn't it?
That's right, we're actually on the border. There's a sign back behind me saying Northern Norway.
So one way up, E6, we'll keep on going.
To the end.
And we're noticing it's getting colder.
It's getting a lot colder. It's 10 degrees today, so the temperature's dropped drastically over the last day or so.
Okay, back on the road we go.
Bye.
So this is where we've come from. South Norway, along the E6. And this is where we're going. North Norway, one way up. Mjafferton is a village located 8 kilometres north of the gateway. A memorial was placed there in memory of 24 young men killed by Germans in the Mjafferton affair during World War II. This was a confrontation between Germans and Norwegian citizens at Tangil Farm. Many of the Norwegians involved were later executed by the Germans at Folstead concentration camp in 1942. This was known as the Mjafferton Affair. We never got to see the memorial, but well worth a visit if you're in the area. We continued our journey north. It was a beautiful drive. The scenery just kept changing. Every few miles there'd be a different scene to look at. It was something out of a picture postcard. It wasn't long before we reached our next park up. We'd heard it was a good night to see the northern lights, so we set up camp and sat outside with a fire pit. Unfortunately, we didn't see them that night because the sky clouded over. We did have a lovely time though, just sitting around the fire and catching up and reminiscing on what we'd seen so far on our travels.
Good morning, Mrs. D, and that's a very nice t-shirt you've got on.
Morning. Yeah, it is. It's one that's got all of Scandinavia on. It means I've been to every single country that's on here. So Norway, Iceland, of course, we went to, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. Even though you've not been to Finland, I've been to Finland before, so I'm entitled to wear the t-shirt. So, and the sun is shining out. It's a new day, and so yeah. So let's just have my breakfast.
Right, good morning.
Good morning.
We are at last night's park up, which is the Artic Circle Raceway. We're at the very top of it, on a hill, overlooking the mountains of northern Norway.
Yeah, we slept like a log, didn't we?
Slept really well. It was very quiet. Slept really well last night.
Yeah, we're actually in reindeer and bear country here, yeah. But we didn't get attacked, so we're all good. We sat out in a fire pit last night, which was really nice. Happy to see the lights, because we had a gorgeous day and they predicted good weather, but unfortunately we didn't see them. So never mind, I'm sure that we're going to have plenty more opportunities So today we are, where are we going?
Well, we're a 45-minute drive from the Arctic Circle, so we'll be crossing the Arctic Circle within the next hour or so.
Yeah, and then we're going to get a ferry
From Bodo
to the
Lofoten Islands.
and yeah, and we're going to go explore them for a few days. So it's absolutely gorgeous here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can have a little look. So that's the racetrack just there.
That's it there, yeah.
And that's the Arctic Circle racetrack centre.
Yeah.
And behind us is May. And there's walks you can do right up into the woods behind us. And there's a road goes up there, but it's absolutely a stunning day. But it will get colder later on. So there's an abandoned race car down there. So we'll see you later. Before we left, Mr. P wanted to cut up some more firewood as we'd used it all the night before. I'm sure he just wanted to try out his new saw.
So we have actually made it to the Arctic Circle, and this has like been a dream of ours for 2 years now. We've planned this, and we've actually made the Arctic Circle. Can't believe it. Very, very happy. And very shortly, there's a line just inside that building, and we're going to walk and cross the Arctic Circle.
Yay! We made it! Here is Bev putting our sticker up for us. GNS Travels, Arctic Circle, go!
18th of September 2023.
Absolutely.
Where'd you want it?
Up there so they can see
It's
it.
up here.
Yes. Beautiful.
Beautiful, lovely.
Thank you.
There you go.
Ta-da!
All
Job
done.
completed.
Job completed.
Right, hang.
We're here!
We made it.
We made it!
As the Earth rotates during the day and night, it is positioned at an angle in relation to the Sun. In summer, the Sun will shine all day and all night in the vicinity of the North Pole and all the way down to an imaginary line around the world, which we call the Arctic Circle. When the Arctic Circle runs through this very building, and we can see it marked by windows across the roof and by a marble line on the floor.
After looking around the gift shop and buying some various purchases, we needed to get on to continue our journey as Lofoten Islands were calling us. So we left the Arctic Circle Centre and continued our journey to make our way to catch the Bodo ferry. So we've arrived at Bodo Ferry Port for our ferry to the Lofoten Islands. There's a ferry going now. That's not our ferry. Our ferry is due to arrive at 4 o'clock and leaves at 5:15. And we're going to hopefully try and get on the ferry. It's quite a big ferry port. And we're somewhere over there in that queue. Right, that ferry gone. And it looks like that's our ferry coming in. So we'll see what happens. Because we've just rocked up here hoping to get on it.
Yeah, hello, this is the ferry we're hoping to get onto this afternoon. It's going to take us to the Lofoten Islands. There's a lot of cars and lorries to get on, so we'll have to see.
So we missed the ferry. Well, we didn't miss the ferry, but
just didn't get on it.
missed out by 2 cars. So I did say to book, but Mr. D said not to book. So anyway, so now to make up for it, he's treating me to a Chinese.
Crispy chicken, exactly Chinese.
Well, up there, crispy chicken and chips. And the lovely lady in there is cooking it for us. Mrs. Wong. So we're still waiting for our ferry. It's just gone 8 o'clock at night. Sun has set, and it is a 95% chance of seeing the aurora tonight. If you look around, you will see the beautiful colours in the sky, and unfortunately the camera won't pick it up, but it is a very slight green tinge. But because we're in where we are is too many lights, we're not going to see this at this time. And we said, just flipping typical. But it is very pretty here. Most people think of the Northern Lights as sort of like the green wiggly soda flares, things that come down from the sky, but actually it's not just about that. Sometimes it's just the colours. I don't think the camera is picking this up, the slight green that we can see here. But we'll carry on looking tonight, and our ferry doesn't leave till 1 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go and get a couple of hours sleep and then reconvene later, and we might see it later on. And that's exactly what happened. How lucky were we? Not only did we manage to see them at the harbour, watch next week to see what happens next.